Good morning. Elizabeth, this show is like our daily coffee, no canceling. I wasn't going to cancel. Stanley just said she hated travel days. And then she said, don't cancel on me. Heidi, good morning. Cancel the show. What happened to no plan B? I don't know if canceling counts as a plan B. Just as giving up. Savannah is traveling this morning. On the road again. I'm going to get rid of this overlay with the open QR code and the phone number because I have neither. Oh, mic check. Thank you. There we go. Much better. Yeah. There it is. Laptop mic. It's a Mac. Not a sorry, sound not through the mic. Yes, it's fixed now. I'm pretty sure. Comes through the computer. Not a laptop. Same thing though. I get what you mean. Good morning, guys. Have you guys been seeing what's going on in the world of social media lately? It looks like Hillary's gonna fight somebody now. What the hell? Tyler Watkins, that room mic though. Nice. Yeah, you know all about that, huh? Don't ya? When is Luca coming on the podcast? Probably in about 10 minutes. We're just gonna see what the conversation holds. No, I don't think ever. Surprised he posted that. Hi, Souza. Show us your dick. Jonathan. That's at least 99 cents. Jeez, I forgot you on my phone and blasted through my office. Like you clicked it before the show started, then you forgot, and then the show starts, and it starts just playing in the background. I know that. Nathan, how'd you do on the open workout, Souza? Absolutely awful. I did terrible, but I'm not going to redo it. Are any of you guys planning to redo the workout today? Are you guys one of those ones that has to do it a few times? You know, you could just get a few more reps. Most of the people that redid it at my gym ended up with a handful of reps, more reps. It was definitely worth it for them, not for me. Barry McCockner, never redo. Yeah, me too. Me too. Never redo. Matt, good morning, brother. Hey, dude, I'm going to give you guys a call and see after the show and see if it lines up. I have the majority of the morning available today. Well, it's already almost afternoon your time, but you get the point. Tinfoil. No tinfoil time. No tinfoil on this show. Zach, way cooler to see where you stand, one and done. I like that too. You know, it was interesting. I had a conversation. This was a while back, but it was actually with Nicole Carroll. And one of the things we were discussing is like what had changed during the just with CrossFit in general over the years, especially when we started to get in more like gym softwares, like a Wodify, Beyond the Whiteboard, or these different softwares where everything just moves online. I mean, it makes sense. You want to have everything in one spot where they're going to pay for their classes. They're going to sign up for classes. They're going to log their score. But when that came, what happened is the whiteboard. I mean, I don't know how long you guys have been doing CrossFit listening to this, but if you did CrossFit prior to 2014, most likely your class started with you coming in, your name getting written up on the whiteboard, and then at the end of the class, somebody saying like, "Hey, Matt, what'd you get on your workout today?" And the conversation was interesting because we were talking about how there's kind of this void of like responsibility, not even responsibility, but like accountability or just kind of like owning whatever happened at that time. And we all know that like sometimes you come into the CrossFit class for the day and like your day hasn't gone right. You maybe not have eaten, you didn't get enough sleep, whatever. The excuses pile up, right? We all have those days. But you still come in, you still do the workout because the point isn't to win the class that day. I know for some of you it is, but for most of us, it's not, just to get a good workout in. And then at the end of the workout, the coach would ask, "Oh, hey, Matt, what'd you get on this?" And then there comes that moment. You're going to be like, don't worry about it. Or, put a smiley face or whatever. Or you could just own it. You could be like, dude, I finished the round of 21 burpees. It sucked. Like I for sure thought I would have gotten a lot further. Probably can get a lot further. But for right now, today, during this time, that's what I got. That's what I came up with. And I think there's a certain amount of like, just owning it. Just fuck it. Put it up there. There's what it is. Now, if you're one of those people that's like doing this for a paycheck, well, first off, I strongly suggest you find another career or build a business. Don't just try to work out competitively and hope you win prize money. But if you're somebody who's taking it that seriously too, then okay, I get it. It makes sense. Repeat it. Try it as many times as you can. Put your best foot forward. But for the majority of us, like it's all right. Just is what it is. At least that's my excuse today. Heidi, are you saying I suck? No, I'm saying it's okay that you suck. You should strive to be better. But some days it is what it is. Devesh, what's up, man? The goal is to always win the warm up. We all have our goals. It's even funny too, like when I talk with a lot of my members about, they and you guys as coaches probably experience this. They come in, people are gun ho to do CrossFit, and then they start feeling like, ah, man, this high intensity shit. I have to really will myself to do this every single time. I try to get my best score. And listen, some days it's okay just to show up, roll through the workout, get it in, get a nice sweat, high five some friends, and take off. Like, not every single day needs to be the day that you show up and win the workout. And once you get into that mindset for a certain period of time, like people just they start to use that as an excuse, like, oh, I'm just pissed off, oh, I didn't do well, or all of a sudden, like the whole entire purpose of you working out is to clear your mind, better yourself, do something for yourself. I know a lot of you guys are super busy, parents and shit. It's just like that's like your hour for you to work out. And I think that it starts to defeat the purpose when we place so much emphasis on what we got during the workout for that day, especially just amongst the people in our class on a random Monday's workout, that it turns it to a negative and you reinforce those same patterns. Like if you just constantly beat yourself up all the time, like, oh, I sucked at today's workout. This sucked. I got worse at this. I wasn't able to, whatever the excuse may be. It's like, then why are you just reinforcing negativity? It's just the workout. Just get in there, do it, have a good time. It sucked. It sucked. It is what it is. Cole, can't red light every day. I can't move at the end of the week. If I do that all week. Exactly. And that's another great point too. Like so many people, especially even like leading up to the open, will maybe do too much volume or beat themselves up too much or just get to the point to where they're like, they just burn out. I mean, I know you guys, especially you guys have been doing CrossFit for like 5 or 6 years. We all see that new person that comes in the gym. Like they're just crazy gun ho for just whatever. They're like head over heels for CrossFit. And it does not matter what you tell them. They just continue to show up, do the workouts hard, not taking recovery, not eating properly. And then like 6 months into it, they got the shoulder thing, they got the hip thing, and now they're canceling their membership. And then they're telling everybody else, oh yeah, CrossFit it just beat me up. My body just couldn't handle it. Stuff like that drives me nuts. Anyhow. Oh man. Tyler, Cole, and that's why no one will remember your name. That yeah, Tyler's the epitome of competitive athlete. Actually, Tyler is really fit. But no, I agree with Cole. Like, you just keep it in perspective, right? It smashed me, but it was fun. Did my best to keep moving. Awesome. YouTube user. So I paid $25 for behind the scenes for nothing. Wait, what happened? What do you guys talk about? Someone else wrote that too. What's going on with the behind the scenes, guys? Cole, you'll remember my nuts in your face. Oh man. Okay, let's check this out. Let's see what's going on with the behind the scenes, you guys. I thought it was supposed to be 24 hours. 12,000 views on Sevon's workout. Oh my goodness. Is that right? 76 comments. Damn, that's awesome. Good times. Okay, guys, where's the behind the scenes? I don't see it. It's not. Oh, I see. Do we need to turn another one on? If I had a phone, I would call Sevon right now and I'd ask him what's up. But I do know that the deal was goal left. Are you laughing? Ty, the old man pulls. Damn right he does. Damn right he does. 12,000 views. There's like semifinal athletes. Like, can't even pull 2,000 views. Sevon's just rocking it at the beach. 12,000. Okay, so here's the deal with behind the scenes. Bo Keaton, you're throwing me off now. Matt, did you see Colton's link on his story to No, I did not. Colton, you got a link up? Dude, we're watching that. Here's the deal with the behind the scenes, guys. It was supposed to just pop up for 24 hours, and then there'll be a little break, and then maybe episode 2 allegedly pops up for 24 hours, and then maybe there's a little break, and then allegedly, potentially number 3 pops up. I don't know. We're just trying to navigate it here. But I tell you what, if uh if you if you paid for it and you wanted to see episode number 1 and you didn't get to, my deepest condolences. Condolences? I was gonna say condolences, but I messed that up completely. Damn. Well, there goes that joke. Well, fuck. Why wasn't that made clear? Now we missed our chance to watch it. Heidi, I don't know if we did or not. I don't know. Vindicate, did you watch it? Behind the scenes was great. Dude, the second episode. The second and third episode is nuts. It is absolutely nuts. Clydesdale, what has Matt mixed in his coffee? Well, this is like an espresso shot on top of a regular cup of coffee. That apparently makes me mix up my words. BTS was really well done. Dude, I'm telling you guys, wait till you see episode 2. Gabe, what's up? How many views for Sevon's workout was Wooly jerking to it? Everybody jerked off to that workout. It was freaking on a beach, dude. It was amazing. It's canceled like South Park. Man, I don't know, you guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 24 hours. That was kind of the deal. There'll be another episode, episode 2. You just want to know what's going on because you missed episode 1. I'm just kidding. It's about the CrossFit games. Christine Young, I sent you a message on IG. This better be good. Okay, we're looking up the message on IG. Then after this, we're gonna watch Colton's thing. Christine found my new car. Can't quite see it. There it is. Oh man. No, my Honda's still kicking good. I'll talk with Sevon. I don't know. We'll see what's up. Careful, you're gonna get sued. I know. No one ever said what? That it was only available for 24 hours? I'll refund your money, Heidi. Just DM. Okay, let's find the Colton thing here. Colton Mertens. He had one more dog for sale. It was freaking super cute. Okay, what's happening? Nothing's populating, Colton. It's only stuff from our show as we just completely dominate the algorithm. All right, here we go. Videos. No, there's no video on here. What are you talking about? No, Matt, Colton's thing was a link to set. Oh, hence all the oh, got it. Got it. Okay, well, no, that's not. We could check that too. I'll check the analytics. Did not come from external links. Just kidding. Thank you, Colton, for reposting it. We already covered it, boo. Sorry. I misread it. All right. Let's go into maybe some TMZ things, huh? What do you think? I hope that blew out your speakers. Okay. Andrew Hiller's Instagram handle where all the action is. Make another story. Colton let Sevi get more views. I don't know. Maybe I think it just did that well. Not to say that Colton's link didn't help, but I don't know. I just think he pulls. Okay. So what do you guys I hope you blow my speaker. I will. This is always funny with the the rules of the high dog. First off, that's some athletic shit right there. That dude's got an engine. My favorite part is like he laterally jumps, like it seems like it's like midair to like move out of that guy's way and back into his own lane. I guess there's some sort of rule with this. I don't know. Who gives a shit, right? About the Hyrox rules? Like, who cares? Do they give out money or something? I don't know. I don't know. But it just doesn't seem it seems like this is like, it's like a half marathon. I was at the half marathon, the one that we have in, Livermore every single year, and the Hyrox just reminded me exactly of that. It seemed like the same kind of people that would come out. It's like, what if they cut across a trail in Livermore and cut, I don't know, 50 meters off their half marathon? Am I gonna go back and rip their bib off and take their medal that everybody gets because it's a participation thing? I don't know. I mean, no, I wouldn't. I don't give a shit as long as you participate in it. That's what it's about. Just a thing for you to throw a carrot out in front of you and have something to train for, right? I don't know. I don't even care about the High Rocks rules. They're not crowning anybody. It's not the fittest on earth. It's the people that had fun on a weekend and went out with their friends and worked out. Like I think it's awesome. I just don't think it's comparable to CrossFit. And I think sometimes when we compare it to CrossFit, it kind of belittles CrossFit, right? Like there's no gym from this. There's no Hyrox coaching where they can teach you how to do your burpee broad jump properly. Like, there's no eating protocol from this. I don't know. I just who cares? Give a shit about the standard. And it's not comparable at all to CrossFit. Just a weekend event. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, what did Souza, please just send me behind the scenes to episode 1. Can't say no, but I can't say yes. He clickbaited everybody with the world record 25.1 in a picture of himself. Savon, we're talking about how you were managed over 12,000 views on your open video. Pretty impressive. Nobody gives a fuck. Exactly, Ortega. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so where is this other stuff here? What is this? Oh, what is this one? We're just stalking Andrew's IG. Start standing tall with your back to the dumbbell at the go. Turn around and perform 3 burpees over the dumbbell. I just realized something. My whole entire score is void. I did not do that. I did not turn my back to the dumbbell. Oops. All right. So does that mean Justin's score is void? Mine and Justin's score just doesn't count because we didn't start with our back turn. Fuck, say what you will, but his gym is dope. God, that thing's got everything. The oh well, dude. Hold on. Does this have music? Yeah, it does. Okay, we can't play it. All right. So starting early, we got Medeiros. Another big one. I don't know. What does that mean? Does that mean his score is void? It's a 30% reduction? No way. Are you serious? -1, Matt Burns. Oh, for everybody tomorrow, we're gonna try something new on my show. I got Matt Burns coming on, and he recorded him coaching a class, start to finish, and we're gonna bring it up on the screen here, and we're gonna watch it. We're gonna do a little review. Not as like critical as Taylor and McCoy, I guess. More so just showing different flavors of classes. Matt's gonna walk us through what he's thinking, what he does, what they do at their gym. I'll ask some questions. We'll just have some fun with it. It's not necessarily super critiquey as the other one. Mason, boring. Not the show for you. That's okay. I get it, buddy. Matt Burns. It'll be fun. See, it's the show for him. He's also going to be on the show, so he might be a little biased. All right. So far we've gone after Hyrox and Justin's turnaround. Well, at least he signed up for the open, so that's a plus. He didn't do like a hashtag I'm out. Okay, enough of that. And this is Dallin buying a PlayStation. Hopper saying my master plan is working. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So a while back, Hiller made that post about Justin Medeiros playing like Wii, I think, with Ellie, and he was like, "This is why Justin will never be the champ again." And it's kind of funny because number one, I think he's right. Not against anything with Justin, just I think we saw what it took to become a champion for that many years in a row with Frazier and with Froning, and those two guys just were I don't think there was many time for video games. I think they were so locked in that that's why they were able to win at the highest level for the longest time. I also think that that approach is not correct for everybody. Like, we saw it. Everybody got Frazier's game plan, at HWPO, whatever workout compound, and it freaking ate them up and spit them out. We started having mental problems. So clearly, the lock yourself in a dungeon strategy and focus everything towards the singular goal of winning the CrossFit games works really well for some. For others, I think it's probably not the right approach. And in all honesty, if you don't really have that lock on pitbull mentality where you're willing to focus every single thing you do to get you closer to win the CrossFit games, then you probably also should be thinking about doing as many other things while you have the attention and popularity like you do. And I think that Dallin and Jason and even Justin, with their podcasts and everything else, are falling under that category now, which is good. When you guys have popularity as an athlete, when you have exposure, do not use it for social justice. Use it for self gain to build some sort of revenue line or business or something off the platform of the CrossFit, the CrossFit, the CrossFit Games. Don't just think that you can win money and ride off into the sunset. That does not work for most. Did Ellie drop out of Mayhem Classic because of her conditioning? I have no clue. I got no clue. I'd presume. I think it's crazy that Paige is going after the Classic just after having a baby. Holy smokes. Ariel and HWPO collab was interesting. It was like an official collab. Vincent, didn't Rich sleep with his entourage in the same room at the games? Yeah, I mean, if you saw some of the behind the scenes stuff, it was just like a frat room. It was like 5 dudes all in like one hotel room and just shit food everywhere. But that's what worked for him, and that was the environment that made him kind of forget about the CrossFit games during that time, because if you go back into your room and you lock yourself into a dungeon, you just stress over what the last event was and the event to come. I think that would drive you crazy too. But if your room is a bit of an escape and you get in there and there's just a bunch of people, screwing around that aren't really even talking about the games or the leaderboard or whatever the case may be, it was probably his escape. Right? Yeah, Vincent agreed. Yeah. Again, it's just really hard to find these anomalies like Rich and like Matt, TL, and think like, okay, I'm gonna do what they're gonna do and get the same result. I mean, these people are freaks. Just call it for what it is. They're freaks of nature. They're just it's just a different mindset. So you be careful following them down that path. That path is not for everybody, for sure. And I don't think you necessarily need to be that crazy about it to win. To win multiple, multiple, multiple years, you probably do. 7 1 year, Rich slept in the motorhome. Yeah, and I think he had like the shittiest bed too, right? Wasn't he at like the top bunk or something? He didn't even get the good one. Yeah. Um, so all right, yeah, do the PS5. Shit, if I were you, Dallin, I would try to do that and I would stream every single game I played. Every video game you played, you should be streaming it. That's my only advice. And then all these people who are also into video games and CrossFit and stuff, you'll build an audience and you'll have a whole other audience potentially outside of the space that are just into the video games. Definitely have like the personality for it, character for it. This is cool. Man, Andrew and his dad look alike, huh? CrossFit football. The sporty bet. I've been liking Andrew's new, basically he just goes live like when he sees something and he like needs to get it out, just basically just signs it up and goes live and just goes through the whole entire thing. It's cool. Okay. I want to find some more stuff on the maybe it's in his stories. Have you got Oh boy. Okay, well we for sure will talk about this real quick. Um Okay, so we're looking at Hiller's stories on his Instagram. He has reposted Brian Friend's story here that says choosing not to do the open after being committed to something for years on end is not an easy decision. Being committed to anything for years and then having to end it is not an easy decision. I used to use one type of toilet paper and then I changed to a different type. And well, that was a tough decision here at the Souza household. So, okay, got it. Yep. Um, Belittling them for it is only amplifying the reason they aren't doing it to begin with. Now, wait a minute. I thought the reason they weren't doing it, which we all had to kind of draw our own conclusions a little bit, right? Because there definitely wasn't anything unified, and it's not like anybody just made a list of things, just like a here's a bullet point list without a bunch of fluff around it. Um, so belittling them is amplifying the reason they aren't doing it to begin with. I thought it was because they didn't see enough changes in safety. I thought it was because they wanted Dave Castro fired and he's not. And we don't really know exactly the changes around safety because that wasn't made, like more lifeguards, I guess, but there's no more open water swims. So that's gone. So then it could just be in swimming pools now. Okay. We've contained the environment. Now we want more lifeguards at the swimming pools, or do we just want Dave fired? Or are we not sure? We're just, or now is it because when people say that they're not entering the open, they get belittled for it? I don't get it. Yes. Daniel Garrity. Susie uses non-fluoride toilet paper. Thank you. Thank you. We have changed. I don't get it. Jonathan Ortega. Dude, T-Pain makes $60K an hour streaming video games. Yeah. Dallin, buddy. I'm telling you, dude. Who's your agent? Who's your fucking agent? Did you put together a content strategy? Definitely needs to build up a Twitch. Yeah. Cole, yeah, that made no sense. Talking about how dumb their reasoning has nothing to do with why they didn't do it. That's dumb as shit. I didn't get it either. I don't know. It was just like, wait, so they're not, fuck. This is the type of shit, like word fuckery that you have to like spin your wheels in your head to try to make some sort of logical conclusion with this. All as I see is just a bunch of fucking victims. Just victims. We need to be done with that. Yeah, Matt Burns, or they're narcissists and want attention. Dude, listen, when you guys start something new, like the World Fitness Project, whatever, there's something called the curiosity phase. You guys are in that right now. Everybody's curious. What is this new thing? What's it going to be? How's it going to work? Blah, 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 blah. But you have nothing new. You have nothing new. So once the curiosity phase goes away and people realize, oh, there's not really nothing new here. It's just kind of a replication of this, but like not as well done because there's less components to it. There's not like, I don't know if I'm into this. Then once you lose the curiosity phase, you have nothing else there. So I don't know. I don't know. Magnus, Susan, are you okay? You look like you have not seen the sun for months. Really? Maybe it's the lighting on here. Now, how's it look? Completely blown out. It's way too bright, though. No, I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen the sun in a few days. Anyways, I just think that just makes zero sense. And belittling them for it is only amplifying the reason they aren't. Okay, bye, bitch. That's what I got to say. Now, what is this? No army has ever breached the deeping wall. What is? Oh, that's from his other. How many accounts does Hiller have? We can't keep up with them all. Okay, enough with that. Yeah, it's getting a little desperate. Heidi, I haven't seen the sun since October. Let's see. The clock, the reason they are out is the toxicity of the CrossFit community is Sporty Beth's thesis. Yeah, I don't know if I would live by any of her theses. Thesis I. Devesh, no one is getting belittled for not doing the open. They're getting belittled for posting about it with the vague explanations and basically encouraging regular people not to do it for misguided reasons. Bingo. That's it. That's 100% it right there. So stupid. And any of these affiliates that like that go along with this, quit, leave. Seriously, be done. If you're gonna side, and I'm gonna use that term here, if you're gonna side with like the athletes and this other stuff that, you know, who knows, the vague message they're trying to push, as was said in that last comment. What are you doing? You're just fly by, just leave. That's what I would say. And if we had leadership from CrossFit, like anybody who actually had a pair of balls that could say anything, they would say the same thing. It's stupid. Graciano, I just saw HQ gets its revenue. I didn't even read the rest of it. I knew this was going to be a smart comment, so I clicked it. Graciano Rubio. HQ gets its revenue from affiliate fees and coaching certs. They need to replace HQ should do this with affiliates and coaches need to pay for, but they don't have the balls for that. Damn. Damn. And when HQ, more from Graciano here, and when HQ said, if you want more money for the sport, you need to grow the pie for everybody, they ran away providing what we already knew. That pretty much sums it up right there. Graciano summed it up in 2 comments. Winnie Davis, these assholes would not be where they are right without CrossFit. I completely agree. They are missing the point, and we don't care. You're more worried about what people think than what you actually believe in. Yeah, 100%. Well, they only believe in what society and other people sway them to believe in. They would be more fearful of having an opinion that differed from the majority than having the wrong opinion with the majority. Some of them know it too. Some of them know it, but they're just afraid. Daniel Garrity, I'm offended that Souza doesn't say my comment is going to be smart when he pulls it up. Dan's comment is going to be extremely intelligent. When I pull that up, we'll just wait for him to put something in. That qualifies. Which I was Heidi. What's up? Souza, I want you as my agent, but I don't want Pedro. Well, Pedro is the athlete agency side of it, not me. I run the higher level stuff. The executive stuff. Matt, it was a facetious comment. Really, I was trying to have fun. Oh, you guys arguing with each other? Not me, Matt, but the Matt in the comments. Okay. So now we're gonna head over to the barbell spin. Continuing on with our TMZ. Wait, we're gonna go to his Instagram. We're gonna go to the Instagram. Okay. Let's see. Cole, Souza, what's that book? Buy Back Your Time. You're hitting a midlife crisis. Yeah, pretty much. I'm hitting a I can't get all the shit I want to get done crisis. And yeah, so I got some help. This book and an assistant. We'll see how it goes. Josh, I love Media Launch. Thank you. Appreciate that. But it is a great book, Cole. The whole philosophy of it is good. All right, here we go. TMZ. 2011 bumper from TMZ. Okay, I haven't seen any of these. What is this? Oh, yes. This was amazing. I know, and I'm sure you guys have already watched the CrossFit Games update show with John Young, Bryson, Savon obviously was on that show, Caleb as well. Probably one of the best shows in a while on the CrossFit Game update side. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to that show. We did the Friday Night Lights at my gym, and so obviously I didn't catch it live and was cleaning up the gym and threw the headphones in and was listening to it. And I always like love when that happens. When I get to kind of clean the gym up, I'm in there by myself and I get to listen to the show because it's really like nostalgic for me when I first opened up the gym and would get in there on Sundays and, mop the floors out, clean the whole place, prep the gym for the week. And I would be listening to the Barbell Shrugged podcast. You guys remember that from like 2013, uh, 2012, 2013, 2014. It was a huge podcast and definitely listened to a lot of that. And so, anyways, it was just dope because I was cleaning up the gym and I was listening to the show and I was like, this is awesome because I love this show. I think it's hilarious. And I would listen to it even if I wasn't involved in it. I'm just happy to exist in the space. Kind of like a little bit of I don't know what the word, like pride in what we built, I guess. And like also happy that damn, I did not see that guy's moves. That's like dude in the back. Anyways, pride on what we built just because it's something that I want. Like I like this type of stuff. I enjoyed listening to it. It's cool, even if all these guys like weren't my friends. It was just dope. Dude, that I didn't see this happening. I was just listening to it. So being able to have the visuals now is amazing. And I literally, when they were talking about this guy, and I think Sevon was like, "Oh, do you think he's like like he's a fighter? Do you think he's into like MMA?" And Caleb jumps in and he's like, "Brother, this dude is not a fighter. He just tells people at the office that he does MMA." I was like, I lost it. I was dying. It was so hilarious. Anyways, that was a great show. These guys were both great sports about it. George was a great sport about it, came on the show. I mean, that type of shit is just cool. Just freaking cool. Whoops, I don't want to do that. We're gonna bring it back. I meant to click the button. Okay, so that was Street Hoarders. Let's see. Emma Lawson. Oh, yes. If we remember the drama behind this, she had some sort of back thing going on, and people were suspecting if it's real or not. I mean, we kind of knew it was real, but I guess in the sense of like if it was detrimental enough for her to not compete in the open with her level of fitness, right? So like you have that situation where people were thinking like, hey, she's so fit that she could basically get through the open and qualify into the spot that she needs with low capacity relevant to what she's capable of, meaning she could still probably do it with the back issue, which caused a lot of controversy. People were pissed off and were like, leave her alone. It's like, guys, you have to realize that if you want to be a public figure, you're going to have to accept public criticism. Like, it sucks. I know. Believe me, I deal with it all the time too. And here's a little trick that I use. Just cry alone in the dark. So you guys thought it was going to be some sort of advice again. It was just, no, just go ahead and just turn the lights off, lock yourself in the room and just have a good cry. In all honesty, I always think of it as like you can't necessarily get that like high off the criticism or the applause. I mean, you can't get that high off the applause and you can't get that low off the criticism. At the end of the day, like it's one of those situations where it is what it is. Like everybody's going to have their opinion, and if you start going down the path of like changing some of the stuff that you do or thinking about how could I change this so that way I don't get criticized in this way or that way, and I'm talking about this from my own experience. I mean, I was like having to deal with it with my show like all the time. Like I feel like I'm in a pretty decent groove now, but it's like stressful as I go to start. I'm like, man, I want this to be good. I want people to like get something from it. Like I want it to be like entertaining. And then, when I miss the mark and whatever, it doesn't feel that way. It sucks. And then you kind of already feeling that. Then somebody comments and is like, why are you doing this show? You're a loser. I'm here for Sevon. And you're like, oh man. And someone just points right at the insecurity. But here's the deal. Just keep doing you. You cannot like deal with it. Like unless you gotta have your Jake, what is this? It's just like going down on your wife. But the point being is like you can't get caught up in it. You just gotta do you. And if the people around you are cool with everything you're doing, the ones that you actually value their opinion, people that you want to be similar like, or you want to travel the same, path as, or you want to also achieve similar things that they have, like maybe take into their opinions into a little bit more consideration, and the random, people that are in the comment section not. It's always weird with this show though, because there's a little like this show reminds me almost a lot like an affiliate where you're like, okay, it's a business, right? I own the affiliate, it's a business. These people pay money and they expect a certain thing. But after a while, you develop these like personal relationships with them. They become your friends. Some of them become, even closer, like family members damn near. And then it gets tough because then sometimes you go back to the fact of like, oh, it is a business. So if they decide that, hey, I can't afford this anymore, I'm going to try something new, and they cancel, you're like, oh, it's a stab at the heart. It sucks. And similar with like this podcast, because we start out, you guys are people in the chat, but over the years go by, like you guys are super invested into this. We're super invested into you. A lot of you guys I've met, I know personally and stuff like that. Well, I've met personally. I guess I can't really say I know a ton of you personally. But yeah, it's very similar. So then when you get like shitty comments, you're kind of like, oh, damn. I just read every single one of Cole's comments. Like it doesn't matter what he puts. You probably have holes in your wall from little kid tantrums you threw when people called you gay. No, I covered all of those with skateboarding posters. Cole, Souza, URTSP. Thank you. There's a bunch of us. Definitely can't take credit for anything. Josh G, you read more of our comments than Sevon. Do I? I don't know. It just depends. You're not a loser, just a poor man's. Heidi, I hate insecure people. I think we're all insecure though, aren't we? Aren't we all insecure people? I don't know. You hate insecurities, maybe? Sean, my wife has the same disc issue after 6 months listening to the doctor and PT. She was just getting worse. 2 weeks of growth hormones, and she is nearly healed. Damn, that's amazing. And also fantastic because back stuff is the worst. It's literally the worst. Like if there's an arm thing, you're like, fuck, I just don't use this one arm, right? But if you're like, if it's your back, you're just, yeah, I always feel bad for the back thing. Anyhow, we had Emma Loss up on the screen for a while. We kind of diverged away from that, but that's okay. Yeah, so back to the criticism stuff. So she has a L5 and pinched nerve, and she's young. She's young. But she also pivoted to the podcast thing. So hey, can't hate on her for that. She's diversifying. So that's good. What's the best for you, Emma? Good luck. Souza helped me with my first gay experience. Was interesting, but I stayed with my wife versus Souza. You can't convert them all, Magnus. It's not like my conversion rate's 100%, but it's all right. And how the spouse treats me is the most important sign. Yeah, agreed. I think you take your comments too personally. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. You got any advice to help me out with that, Heidi? Like maybe some sort of strategy as how I could take it less personally? Because that would be useful. Because this comment wasn't useful, and now I've taken it personally, and I'm pissed off. Ian, who's this new girl hosting TSP? Just look behind you, buddy. I'm right there. No, we aren't. No, we aren't all insecure. Oh, you know what sucks though, Heidi? By you saying that makes me feel like you're extra insecure. The problem is that y'all mention it during a live stream and then people watch it days later and assume it is still active. Fair enough. I don't want to. No, I'm not insecure. That's my point. That's my point. You see? Bro, Susie, you're behind the comments by like 30. No, I'm caught up now. True. You relax. All right. Busy solving the world's most vexing problem. Yes. Sean, I'm insecure. I care what people think about me. Everybody does, dude. Everybody does. And the more that you're denying that it's not, the more I think you're like more sensitive to it. Not you though, Heidi. You're special. You're completely different. See, YouTube user agrees. Heidi, you're hot. What do you have to be insecure about? See, there you go. Problem solved. Problem solved. I have wicked tightness. Trish, good morning. Christian, Jack blew out her back. That's not a very nice comment, sir. Hilarious, but you know. Josh G, can I throw some capital your way and be part of your ventures? Sure. Fuck yeah, you got some money? I don't know what you want out of it. Souza is always behind the comments. He hides behind us because he's insecure. True. All right, here we go. Victoria Campos takes Ellie Turner's spot at the Mayhem Classic. Ellie Turner has withdrawn from the Mayhem Classic. Victoria Campos will backfill her spot in the 20 athlete field. Okay. What was wrong with Allie? Did we get any Ellie? Sorry, not Allie. What was wrong with Ellie? Did we get any updates on that? Are you guys a part of the team? One of the barbell? Too close on these guys. Part of the team. I thought there was more TMZ shit on here. Brian, what the fuck? Nice. Okay, lame. Oh, there's Tyler. All jacked up after the workout. Side by sides are dope. Okay, I want to get into the Wellbourn thing. What the fuck, dude? I thought there was more. Okay, have you guys seen that? Do you guys know what I'm talking about here? Where John Wellbourn said that Greg Glassman has mistaked work capacity for increasing athleticism or something like that. First off, stupid statement. Makes no sense. CrossFit. Hold on. Okay. So apparently we're gonna have to give a little lesson out here, huh? It's all in the comments. What's in the comments? Can you tell me where it is when you guys show me? I want to go through the whole entire. Jonathan Ortega. Yeah, I told Hilo I want to go with to fight this dude. Wellbourn hired a minion to defend him across social platforms. Is that other guy? Souza, did you do 21.5? Yeah, I did. It sucked. Fun fact, Brian Spin is living off of his royalties from being the face of Nintendo Wii. Dude, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Where my trash panda's at. Is that your team name? James Sprague lost the bet. Oh shit. He has to get that tan. Okay. I love the fact that those guys are doing the Dallin, Jason, and Justin are doing the, or is it Hopper? Dallin, Jason, and Hopper? Or is it Justin? Or all four of them? Whatever. They're all doing some sort of like whoever lost out of the group has to do some sort of shame thing. I like that stuff. It's in the now it's time post. Okay. Let's see. In all honesty, that's kind of what I really wanted to talk about. And I thought it was more prevalent on the Instagrams. I didn't think I needed too much ahead of time, but boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Andrew posts a ton too, so it's like. I don't know. What are you guys saying? That's the gayest bet ever. Whoever loses has to get a taste spray, a spray tan. Oh, that's right. I did see that. It's supposed to be like some gnarly spray tan too. Who the fuck even comes up with that? Sprague is 100% gay. I like how Cole, you're like, who came up with that? And then you basically just assumed it was Sprague that came up with it. That's funny. Better be a 3-hour show today. No, I don't think so. I don't have that much time. I would love to though. Just stay live the whole entire time I'm working as well. Do Wellbourn and Holy share the same media troll? Okay, what's this? Seth, what's up, dude? Fun throwback. The original 4 open punishment gang was Fikowski. Oh, that's right. It was. Dude, yeah. And I remember Mitch Bernard and them, they all talked shit too. Like good amounts of it. That's right. Nice with the trivia. I do remember that. Okay. I sent Souza a DM with the post. Oh, you're the man, Cody. All right, let's bring this up here. Let's bring this up here. Oh, this was good too. Shit, where'd you send me this? Okay. God damn it. Now I'm getting in a bunch of dope stuff. All right, hold on. Give me a sec here. Let's team clean. Damn. Okay. This is God damn. Uh it's just, can you send me the fucking link? I hate screenshots. Send me a screenshot. Fucking does nothing for me. All right. Especially right now, live on air, trying to bring it up. Let's see. And my request here. Oh, okay, that's the one. All right, thank you. Actually, let's jump over to this real quick. Hold on. We'll go back to the Okay. All right. Sorry guys. Let's see. Maybe this. Okay. All right, we're gonna talk about this for a second. Souza gets so hard for CrossFit history trivia. I do. I really do. Josh G should have done a bet where you butt plug all day and the other guy can set off the vibrator. Oh my god. Might be a little more than a spray tan there. Okay. What's this? Jake Chapman. Guys, March 16th, I've got a show with the box with the greatest reels on earth. They're fucking incredible. Awesome. I love it. Dude, Jake, are you gonna do any solo shows where you just get up here like myself, Sevon, and just talk into the void? Not really, because you guys are here, so that's extremely helpful. Jeffrey, I really wish I could pull up that link, but I can't on this side. All right, hold on. I want to talk about this real quick first. This was interesting to me. So this is John Woolley's post here, and it's like a text from Andrew, or from Andrew Hiller Fit, kind of breaking down any of his reps here. And this is a very interesting tactic here. A very interesting tactic on his part. I first and foremost, it's always interesting. I always wonder if you're gonna publicly share a screenshot. Is it protocol to ask like permission first, unless you're intentionally trying to put them on blast? I don't know. I just don't share screenshots, not even privately. Like very, 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 very rarely. And I definitely don't like publicly unless I ask first. But I always wonder everybody's own ethical code on that. You need Ben Bergeron throwing sand at you to level the playing field. That's true. But this was interesting. And there was a meme that was made off of this, and I cannot find it. So we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Are Woolley and Sevon beefing? I can't remember. No, not really. Not really. Sevon's just doing his thing, and Woolley's creating some media out of it. All my texts are auto uploaded to my what account? Zanga account? I don't even know what that is. Okay, we'll go back to CrossFit. Apparently, I was like right over the post. I just didn't realize that that was the post. Oh wait, that's not it. Sporty Beth is in. Dude, I did shit. Oh, it's all this. All the. Okay, got it. Got it. Sorry, you're right. I'm wrong. Thank you, Cody. Help me out here. He helped me out. Tyler Watkins, interesting fact that sand clip cannot be found. Hiller's not really hiding his thoughts. No, I don't think it's like hiding it or not hiding it. I feel like, oh, Kenneth answered it. Dealer's choice, but to be respectful, you ask. Yeah, that's what I thought. Copy paste it into your browser. Jeffrey, I understand. I can't copy paste from this comments. On StreamYard, it only allows me to click or unclick. No copy paste, unfortunately. I could do it from YouTube, but we will in a second. Stand by. Okay. If Sporty Beth wants to prove that she's in shape, now is the time. If Tanner Shuck wants to prove that strength is king, now is the time. If anyone from Hyrox wants to prove they have superior training method, now is the time. Wow. Is Hiller just calling everybody out? Okay, Judd, is that the social media guy you guys were talking about? If Judd and John, reminds me of like a band name or something, think their athletic training techniques are superior, now is the time. If Matt Frazier wants to prove he's the GOAT, now is the time. If anybody wants to take the title of fittest YouTuber from me, now is the time. You won't get it. Interesting. So the point I wanted to make about the John Wellbourn thing here is it's it's cool. It's pretty funny to me how whenever there was an argument lost, it just turned to, okay, well then come to my gym and do jujitsu with me. It's like, okay, that wasn't even what the argument was talking about here. The argument was talking about that CrossFit is the greatest program for general physical preparedness, GPP. If you do CrossFit, you will be ready to then specialize in anything you want to do afterward. And if you don't choose to specialize in a sport or an activity, you will just be all around fit and physically capable. Now, the weird part is once this got conflated, intertwined with the sport of CrossFit, the CrossFit Games, people lost sight of the actual training methodology, and that it was supposed to prepare you to be the best off-season training that there could be. And I'm going to just remind you, who's down with GPP? Yeah, you know me. Right? Was that the joke? And better hold on, Ortega. You better hold on, Ortega, if you think I get fired up about CrossFit history. Wait till you see when I start to break into 2002 articles. Okay. So this is the What is Fitness article for any of you guys. By the way, if you have been doing CrossFit for 2 or more years and you have not read this a couple of times, sorry, you're not a real disciple. You got to go back, study the text, if you know what I mean. So this is a theoretical hierarchy of development. Greg uses words very intentionally here. Very intentionally, okay? A theoretical hierarchy of development. Okay, this is how you develop an athlete. The base of it is nutrition. No duh. Of course, it has to be the base of nutrition, because garbage in, garbage out, whatever you're fueling your body with is going to be the results that's produced on the back end of it. You fuel with crap, you're going to get crap results. Okay, we know that. Second one is metabolic conditioning. Now, the metabolic conditioning piece here, and this is something that was like driving me nuts when I was listening to the debate with Tanner Shuck and Taylor Self, like, I don't know, however long ago that was. 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago, time's just whatever. But the major thing that they kept missing about the whole entire argument was the section of metabolic conditioning. There is certain stimulus that you could get only from mixing certain elements of working out and doing it with intensity, meaning AMRAP or for time, moving with a sense of purpose. This metabolic conditioning portion right here is where majority of the people just asphyxiate around CrossFit a ton. But it's also, in my opinion, the biggest chunk of this pyramid that changed the fitness industry. And again, it's not like Greg invented rowing. He didn't invent snatching. I'm not saying he did, but he was the first person that took that data, took those exercises, made a combination, put a standard and parameter around it, put a timer to it, and then measured it and then made it repeatable. That is profound. That is how Hyrox can exist. So it is not to be understated here what the metabolic conditioning piece and how those workouts and the programming and everything got laid out and defined, measured, and tracked completely changed the fitness landscape. And then you're going to have some idiot in here that's like, well, I always wrote down that I did my incline bicep curls at this weight, by this set, by this rep. And then I increased it. Yes. Got it. The metabolic conditioning in the protocol of CrossFit is that, just done at a much higher level. Tracking, measuring, repeating. Okay. So as we climb the pyramid here, the second portion is we got nutrition, the base, metabolic conditioning. We already gave a little lecture on that. Thanks for coming to the TED Talk. Now we got gymnastics. The reason why gymnastics, in my opinion, is that third rung is because you have to be able to control your body through time and space. And if you do not have the ability to move through full ranges of motion comfortably and have your hips, your shoulders, and everything express the fullest range of motion it can, you will get injured in the weightlifting component. You need that fundamental body weight strength to be able to excel at other things. Even the best weightlifters in the world still do a ton of body weight movements. You could drop a little camera into the like, who's the best weightlifter in the world? Like the Chinese. And if you watched any of their training videos, I mean, they're doing tons of strict pull-ups, tons of weighted dips, tons of body weight gymnastics exercises to supplement their weightlifting. What's that? But we never repeat workouts. Well, then that's the fundamental problem of your whoever's programming your stuff, Heidi. We repeat workouts all the time. And hopefully your gym has its own, like we have our own benchmark workouts at CFL. There's certain workouts that, like, when people hear, it's like one of them I named 99 problems. And it's essentially it's 99 burpees and 99 wall balls, but it's broken down into the certain rep scheme. Like everybody at the gym knows that one. There's another one called deception, toes to bar, hang cleans, wall balls in it. Everybody knows that workout. So at CFL, we have quite a few of our own benchmarks that are specific to the gym. And then we also have all the regular CrossFit benchmarks that we do, including like repeating open workouts and stuff like that. So the other thing too, Darren Hunsucker, oh, you guys follow Mayhem. Okay. I don't know why I said it like that, Heidi. I didn't mean that to be negative. It just came out of my mouth that way. Oh, yeah, you guys follow Mayhem. No, that's great. But one of the things that I like to control the programming of my gym. I've always written the programming for my gym, and that's why I like to have repeatable workouts. Not, I wouldn't say like super often, but at least once a month, we're probably repeating some workout that we've done from the past. At least once a month. And I have members now that have been with me almost all 12 years. And one of my members who will be turning 43 this year, it's been really cool because he's like a super consistent, like 5 day a week guy, 5, 6 day a week guy. Wouldn't far from considered himself like a competitor in any capacity. Like he's got his hour, he's got 2 kids, got the job, he just comes in, gets it done. But the cool thing is because he also diligently tracks all of his workouts, I've seen measurable progress for him over the course of all 12 years. Still, even just last week, PR'd some major lifts. When we do some of the metabolic conditioning benchmark workouts at the gym, he's PR'd those as well. So for me, that's a really good success on like the programming that we're writing. It's not beating him up too much, and he's still making gains 12 years later, even as he's getting older. And I don't know, unless you're kind of got your hand on the pulse of your own programming like that, like if you've outsourced it and you're not also kind of tracking a couple of your key people throughout your gym to use it as a measuring stick for yourself, like you may want to consider doing that. Because I get the whole entire like outsourcing your programming thing. Like Believe me, I get that, but there's a couple things that you still got to keep your hand on the pulse of. Otherwise, it's an important part of what your gym does, and you just don't want to completely outsource it. All right, so okay, kind of diverged away from that, but you get the point. So gymnastics, we have our gymnastics there. Now we go up into the fourth rung of weightlifting and throwing. Weightlifting and throwing. So this is an external object. Okay, so with the gymnastics, we want to learn to control our body. And the next rung we go up, we want to learn to control external objects, whether that be a barbell, whether it be a dumbbell, whether we're throwing it, whether it's a sandbag. So that's in order of importance as far as your training. The way that I see it, this is just my opinion, okay? Just a CrossFit nerd's opinion. These three, the metabolic conditioning, the gymnastics, and the weightlifting and throwing, these three are the actual physical what CrossFit does. The other two, the nutrition, should be what you're thinking about and doing the other 23 hours of your day. And then the very top there is the sport. I consider that sport-specific training. It doesn't say it all in that little pyramid at the top because you couldn't fit enough words, but the sport portion of it, in the sport-specific training portion of it, and trying and playing new sports regularly is where you would build in the quote-unquote athleticism. There's certain movements, whether it's the transverse plane, right? Whether I'm turning, rotating, whether I'm laterally moving, jumping at angles, whatever the case may be, that sport portion of it or sport-specific training is where you develop that. It's been laid out here. Nowhere in this article in 2002 and nowhere in the podcast the last 2 weeks when we spoke to Greg about this directly did he ever make the claim that this increased athleticism. Andrew makes a really good point of that majority of the athleticism is going to come from genetics. Can you develop it? Yes. Can we make ourselves stronger to express it better? Yes. But you guys know there's just these athletic freaks out there. And like one of them was Frazier. If you guys remember, like I'll try to find the video. If I find it, I'll post it on my Instagram or something. But he literally had his hands in jerk boxes where his forearm was on the jerk box, right? Like he was here. And he would start swinging his hips. And he did a full like backflip or front flip in between the jerk boxes and then like re-landed on his forearms. Like that's just straight up like genetic athleticism as him. It doesn't matter how much I could beat him in CrossFit and I would go to that movement. I wouldn't be able to do it most likely. Unless I spent a lot more time in that gymnastics column. But the point being is like nowhere in this theoretical hierarchy of development does it say that is in there. And it's going to increase it. Sevon, it can't be measured, which is a fantastic point because when it talks about developing fitness or your physical capabilities, we're looking at measuring, tracking, and repeating. How do you do that with athleticism? You don't. But I could take a genetically prime person who's just really athletic and I could give them this training protocol and it will make them even better. If I don't do this training protocol and I do stuff to quote unquote increase their athleticism, I bet you I'm exposing them to more chance of injury. Because they're already good at it. I just got to build the machine to function better. And then that machine will express that athleticism at the highest level. Got it? Okay. And I strongly suggest that if you haven't in a while, go back and read through this article written in 2002 by Greg Glassman. And then this was the point. I'm kind of jumping backwards here, but whatever. You guys are along for the ride. We've been all over the place this morning. But the metabolic conditioning piece, going back to that discussion with Tanner Chuck and like debating about what CrossFit is. So strength doesn't have all the energy systems in play. It could have 2 out of the 3, but it's not going to have all 3. And the main thing that it misses in terms of straight up strength training versus like the traditional, like strength training on these days, aerobic workouts on these days, right? And the main thing that that type of style of training is missing is as you switch gears from these energy systems, from your glycolytic energy system to an oxidative or whatever, anaerobic to aerobic, and then you also include some sort of recovery period with rest and stuff in there. That stimulus and your ability to switch through those different energy systems is something that you will not get from strength training on Monday, long aerobic work on Tuesday, strength training on Wednesday, long aerobic work on Thursday. And I do believe it's like in this article that Greg made a statement in here, and he's like, I could take my deadlifter that does their 5x5 deadlift, let's say at 225 with a minute rest in between. They're strong at it. Let's say they also run a 7-minute mile. Now, you guys know as CrossFitters, if we break that 7-minute mile in those deadlifts into 4 rounds of 400-meter run, followed by 5 deadlifts at that same weight, and then have you do those same exercises, but just in a combination, in a couplet like that, it produces a much more devastating result than doing my deadlift with my 1-minute rest and then going on my mile run. So that is the secret sauce here. That is these energy systems. That is us changing gears through these energy systems, and that is what develops this level of fitness, which has not been accomplished by any other training protocol up until this point. And this is why CrossFit will always be the superior general preparedness training, because I wholeheartedly believe, and I've worked with people at higher levels of sport. Like, I don't have any like crazy professional athletes under my belt or anything like that, but I've worked with people at higher levels of sport, and I don't touch their sport. I've worked with a couple soccer players that play for national teams in my past, and like when they come in for me with me over the off season, we do CrossFit, and the only focus I place is on their range of motion and making sure that we're really developing strength through that range of motion by using the protocols that you guys see here. I'm not working soccer drills with them. I'm not having them weave in and out of cones. They do all that shit all year round when they go to their sport specific training. When you come to me, we're gonna increase all of your general capacities. And what is that? It's these 10 lists that we have down here. The 10 general physical skills. And I know that if I increase every single one of these things with you, and we come here and we really work off of this pyramid, we're just going to cut the top off it for right now, and we really work through this pyramid. I know for a fact that when I put you back to your sport and you go back to the team and you start going through your practices and your training there, you will be better at your sport. And that's why this works. And this is why it transformed a whole entire industry. And there's nothing been anything ever like it since. So it's crazy to me that you would go straight from, yeah, utilizing this protocol will make you better, to however Wellbourn conflated it. And honestly, kudos to him at becoming relevant again. Like, if this was a big play, just essentially to like become relevant back kind of in the CrossFit like ecosystem, like hats off, you did it, nailed it. What's up, Joe? So like, yeah, if that was the goal, you nailed it. No questions asked there. But if the goal was to prove that there's like that CrossFit's not a complete training protocol because it doesn't include athleticism, like, dumb. Athleticism, by our definition of fitness, wouldn't fit within this category. Like, how are you going to measure that? So, I don't know. The whole thing seems silly. But it also kind of gets me fired up, like imagining rolling down there with the crew and like Andrew's about to wrestle somebody. Like, about to be a fight going down, and we're like some outsider shit. What was it? Like the socias and the greasers or something? I don't know. Something about that fires me up. Me versus you. I'll see you later. Anyhow. All right. Well, enough with the TMZ. I enjoyed myself this morning. I thought Colton maybe would have had his workout already listed on here. We would have been able to watch it a little bit. Allegedly, he beat the whole entire score sheet. Allegedly, we don't actually know. No, it's not updated. It's not updated. Did you guys see the I'm still kind of tripping off this a little bit. Not like it matters at all. And I know Dave kind of likes to fuck with me a little bit, but it was interesting when we started the show with a 25.1 kind of recap, and we brought Dave on, and he knew that I went on the street parking podcast with Miranda and Julian and brought it up. That's interesting to me because number one, why would he even know that that I went on there? And two, that 26, the fact that he'd bring it up. So, anyways, if you guys want to check this out, I had a great conversation with him. Yeah, anyways, we just chatted a lot about like CrossFit. And the reason why I bring this up right now is Miranda asked a really good question on this on the show. And she was like, "Hey, how do you feel about?" And she's like, "And I want your honest opinion about people that were in the CrossFit ecosystem early on, like exactly like this John Wellbourn, and then that relationship, whatever, something happened, and that person kind of got like exiled, quote unquote, from the group." And the answer that I gave them is like, listen, if you don't first honor the platform in which you have been populated, right? They basically gave you the platform to serve you up to that CrossFit audience, allowed you to build something like CrossFit football, um, and this type of stuff off of that platform. Obviously, I can't speak to any of the personal relationship things, right? Like I don't know him and Greg's personal relationship or how he was with anybody else inside CrossFit HQ, but I can tell you that regardless of that, and what I had told them is like, if you don't first honor all of that and find a way to make it work, and you decide like, F you, I know better than CrossFit, or F you, these guys aren't giving me the time of the day, and then you leave, you're leaving that platform in that community. And if it turns out that you exile yourself from the group, or you get exiled from the group and nobody talks to you anymore, to me, in the I wish I would have used those exact terms, but I made it clear. But I was like, dude, it's like I built a restaurant, gave you some popularity, and now you're pushing a hot dog stand around inside of my restaurant. Like, I'm not going to be cool with that. So if you got your hot dog stand, awesome. Take it outside and do your thing now. We gave you enough popularity by walking around in this restaurant to gather enough of an audience to go do your thing. Now go do your thing. And if there's a riff in the relationship, or it doesn't really we don't talk to you afterwards, or there's not as much communication, like, so be it. You did what you did. The relationship ran its course, and now you got your hot dog stand. Go push it around. And it was interesting because Miranda was kind of like, "Oh, that's an interesting answer." And in the world of business and stuff like that, that's kind of how it goes. But going back to what we first talked about at the very beginning of the show, was like, hey, you have this weird line between personal relationships and business relationships, and it kind of weaves in and out. And so, it always gets a little messy. But at the end of the day, you got to kind of try to see things as clearly as you can. And I guarantee if you would have honored a little bit more, you probably maybe wouldn't have been exiled. Again, I can't speak to any of the personal relationships that are there, but that's the way that I see it. And that's the way that it is on YouTube and on Instagram too. Like we're pushing a hot dog stand around in the marketplace that you built. And if it goes away one day, I'm going to be super upset, but there's also nothing really I could do because I don't own it. So it kind of just is what it is. All right, I'll get off the soapbox for this morning. Thank you guys for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Really fun show. Lots of interaction in the comment. We're going with this. What's the score submission deadline? The score submission deadline is, depending on where you live, out here on the West Coast, it is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So check what that means to you locally. I don't know if that's 8 p.m. East Coast time or what the hell. I don't know what it is. But yeah. So go check out your deadline. Make sure you make it. Submit your scores. Sign up for the open. You got one more day to do it. Jack Chapman, Souza has a Turkish eye hanging behind him. How exotic. Yeah, that was given to Grace and I. And I think, I forget exactly the meaning behind it, but it's supposed to be something with like good luck or whatever. A little plant there, some books, video caster, extra coffee if I need it. Kind of sketchy having this next to the computer. I mean, it's far enough away, but I bet you if Sevon saw this big coffee thing next to it, don't worry, it's not next to Video Roadcaster, it's elevated. But if he saw it next to my keyboard, he'd probably freak out. It is not next to the Video Roadcaster. Do not worry. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you. That's a nice French press. Thank you. Ernie, what's up, dude? Thank you. Is that the Caffeine and Kilos guy book in the back? Which one? Caffeine and Kilos. No, but there's this. This is not a book you want to read. And Blue Book. Yeah, buy back your time. All right. Peace. Bye, guys. Thank you. Have a great day. What the fuck? This is BS. Why? What are you guys mad about? I don't know. Oh, wait, there's a starred comment. Oh, Rebecca, new member. Awesome. Go watch the behind the scenes. I'll talk with Sevon about what's happening. Claire, what's up? You have a kick-ass day too. Thanks for the Supreme Court ruling. Yeah, no shit. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love. Be good to each other out there. Bye-bye.